Hello again everyone, welcome to my latest reaction to Death Parade. I'm very intrigued by this series because I haven't seen it before. All I know is that it's like purgatory set in a bar and there's meant to be kind of philosophical moral conundrums, so that sounds well up my street. If you're new here, warning up front, I do like to swear and I do like to analyse. If we're going to be looking at philosophical discussions, there's going to be some analysis. So with that, guys, please pull up a chair, make yourselves comfortable, pour yourself a good old cup of tea, and let's get going.
Magical!
Baby, thank God! What is this weird place?
I don't know. My memory's a complete blank.
Always good when you start off with amnesia as a plot point. Reeling me in, reeling me in. Okay, so because I know just a tiny bit of context for this show, if this is meant to be purgatory, then are these two dead? I'm guessing. This is quite a funky opening. I wasn't expecting that for a series that's supposedly about, you know, death and moral conundrums. I don't trust how upbeat this is. Fucking hell. Okay, so do we have like an official couple then in this series? Dark-haired girl and silver-haired guy? Dunno.
Now that you are here, we shall have you play a game.
Okay, I'm getting Squid Game vibes now. His eyes are really weird. They have like a cross in the middle of his eye. The elevator doesn't work, of course. Why do they have bathrooms in purgatory? Do those bodily functions still exist? What? I mean, you kind of want to get rid of that once you've, you know, shed your mortal form, right? You want to get rid of all that crap. Pun intended.
And if I say we're not playing your damn game?
I would sincerely recommend against it.
Well, shit. Shit, that's not good. Okay, so are they alive or are they dead? Because they're being threatened with their lives. And okay, but they don't remember anything. Got it. So are they playing against each other with their lives at stake? Da, 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 da.
You'll notice various regions of the body depicted. Those are linked to your respective nervous systems.
Oh god, that's really fucked up. Oh my god, and I've just noticed that there's like an eye on the fucking board. I'm calling it now. Somebody is getting a dart in the eye. I'm calling it now. Oh no. No, this is horrible. If this was me playing this game, I would be fucked. I was never really one for sports, in case you couldn't tell by the fact that I'm, you know, a fucking YouTuber reacting to anime. Like, sports were not quite my forte, so yeah, glad I'm not these guys. Jesus Christ. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no. Oh, sometimes I hate being right. For fuck's sake. Oh, no. I'm cringing so hard. It doesn't help when you already wear glasses and your sight is already fucked up. Just imagine being blinded by a fucking dart. Oh my god. I suppose what this poses to you is what would you do in this position? Me personally, with this information, what would I do? Well, I think for starters, I would, knowing that there's a bathroom, I would probably like, you know, try and stall for time and try to find a way out of there, obviously. I suppose the next step would be to see if you can get any more information out of this guy about how it works and why this is happening. But if you were forced to play, what would I do? There's a lot of things that you'd have to consider. Like if you were a couple playing against each other, like which of you would be best placed to survive? Like if you had children, for example, I would probably have like a fucking discussion and try to agree. But knowing me, that wouldn't happen. I mean, it's difficult for me to say because I don't have children, but I don't think that I would be able to sacrifice my life for anybody. And I wouldn't expect that of my partner either. I would expect both of us to play to win, if I'm quite honest. And, you know, may the best victor win at the end of the day. I wouldn't try to cheat or do anything underhand to make that person lose, but I would play to the best of my ability, I suppose. I don't think I would cheat. Would I cheat? Oh, this is such an interesting show. Would I cheat if it meant that I got to live or not? Would I cheat? I mean, I don't think there's really a way that you can cheat at throwing darts apart from distracting the other person. Would I be reduced to that? Maybe. Maybe I would, especially if the game had been chosen at random like this and it was something that really favoured the other person and not something that, you know, a game that you both like agreed on. Like, you know, we're both going to go into this game. It's something that we're both good at. May the best person win. If it had just been chosen at random and the other person, you know, was the far better player, it would be sort of unfair. Would you be tempted to cheat? Probably I would.
At least try not to hit my belly. It's your child.
Yeah, I fucking knew that there was going to be children involved somewhere between them.
Think, Machiko, think real hard.
Right, so they're regaining their memories as they play. That's interesting.
Machi sees something she wants and goes after it.
You're not kidding. I hear her husband's a doctor.
I'm so jealous. A successful husband and a hot boyfriend.
Oh, shit.
It's almost funny, finding out that you're having an affair on the same day as our wedding.
What are you saying? What affair?
That does not mean that the child is not yours, even if she is having an affair. Like, what the fuck are you doing, man? And also, would you just take the word of two bitches in a bathroom stall about, you know, your wife? I'm sorry, but people play games in this world. Like, you are not a good example of a man, my dude.
I'm not lying! It's the truth!
And of course, it was a case of mistaken identity. Like, oh, this is why you don't jump to conclusions, people. Like, for fuck's sake, this woman is meant to be your wife. She's meant to be your wife. Oh shit, so that's how it happened. So they are dead. They are.
I'm afraid you have both left the land of the living. Following their deaths, people are either sent to heaven or to hell. That is why Decim exists, to decide who is sent where. Only certain pairs are invited to come here, however. You must have died at the same moment to qualify.
That's... what? That seems a bit bloody arbitrary. So it depends on the moment of your death. So what happens to, like, all the souls that don't die at the exact same time? Do they just automatically, like, go to heaven? Like, that seems a bit bloody unfair.
Give me that. I'll answer for you.
Jeez, what are you doing? Stop it!
This guy is the most irresponsible fucker, honestly. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you grab for someone's phone when you're at the wheel of a car? What is wrong with you?
It's not my child!
What?
And this is why, everybody, you need to communicate in your relationships. This guy, I can't believe this guy. He ended up killing both him and his wife because he believed the word of two random women in a bathroom and didn't have the balls to actually confront his wife head on about what he'd heard and, like, try and set the record straight. Like, this guy is a fucking coward.
You know, you're actually right for once. Yeah. I'm in love with somebody else.
What? I'm sorry, what? What is this? It's like a fucking soap opera.
Did you actually think somebody would ever fall in love with you?
Hang on. Why would she say any of this? Because she's just found out that the point of the game is to send you to heaven or hell. So why the fuck would she suddenly make herself the bad guy? That doesn't make any sense. Oh no, but then I suppose she thinks that the outcome has been predetermined by the outcome of the game and she has won the game. So maybe she thinks that she's safe at this point. It just doesn't seem very wise to start saying this sort of thing. Oh shit, no way. No way, so she did go to hell. So she went to hell even though she was the winner. Oh man. I bet it was her last words that fucked her. That must have been it. It's got to be that the game itself doesn't matter. Surely. And then, yeah, that must be it. It must be that her last words and how she conducted herself. That must be it. Oh God. So now I'm wondering, like, what would have happened to me, like, with my whole play to win strategy? Oh shit, would I be going to hell? Put in the comments, guys, if you think I'd be going to hell based on my my deliberations in this video. Okay, so episode 2, I kind of need to do a bit of a sum up because it's basically just the first episode, like, reversed from the perspective of the bartenders. So key points are that the bartenders, they're there to act as, like, the arbiters to judge who is worthy. And interestingly enough, it's not about being sent to heaven or hell exactly, it's about being reincarnated, which makes sense because there's a load of Buddhist symbolism in the show. And also the room that Decim, operates in, it's actually got a jellyfish theme. And jellyfish are symbols of regeneration, aren't they? Because there are some species of jellyfish that are immortal. I think, like, their cells can, like, de-age. I really love the symbol for Quinn Decim because it's black and white. So again, it's all about, judgment. It's got the two halves to it with the reverse colours. Really, really cool symbol there. I love Nona. I'm calling it now. Nona is going to be my favourite character in this series because she seems to be like the boss. She seems to be Decim's boss. And black-haired girl, I'm not really sure what to think of her yet because we haven't seen much from her. We just have seen her being taught the rules of how this place operates. We don't really know anything about her. She also doesn't have any memories. I'm wondering if she is also like a dead soul, but she's been chosen to be an arbiter, maybe because she has the right sort of mindset to be one. And she kind of seems to be the emotional person who needs to balance out Decim because Decim doesn't know anything about love. And yeah, I wonder if she's here because Decim keeps making bad judgments about people's characters because it's very strongly implied in the episode that he made the wrong call in sending the woman to hell. It's implied that actually she was trying to be kind to her husband by, taking on the role of being the villain so that he wouldn't have to deal with the guilt of killing their child. It did seem to make sense from a characterization point of view because that was a pretty bloody quick U-turn at the end there where she suddenly was all keen to take on the blame, And the really interesting thing is that the episode doesn't really come down one way or the other on if the decision was wrong or not. It just very strongly hints that it was. So the arbiters are not, all-knowing people and the games are not decisive. It's still all about interpretation, which is not a very comforting thought. If you're going to die and you're going to get judged, it's not very good that your fate is going to be in control of imperfect creatures just like you trying to judge if you're a good or bad person. That is not fucking reassuring. If that's going to be what determines if your soul gets reincarnated or not, that's really not reassuring at all. Oh, and also that poor woman, I wonder if she would have done the same thing had she known that what she said would result in her being sent to hell instead of her husband. Because that's a pretty big fucking price to pay, just to spare someone the grief of them making a mistake, which was their fault, by the way. Like, damn. Like, if that was the wrong decision, that's really bad for her. Like, I can't believe that. The world has lost out on a very kind soul. Oh, and maybe that explains why there's evil in the world, because the arbiters keep fucking up. Because they keep reincarnating the evil souls every now and then. So, the evil remains in the world. That explains a lot. Every now and then a good old mass murderer-to-be slips through the net. Okay, guys, that was my reaction to the first couple of episodes of Death Parade. That was wild. I really enjoyed that. Hope you did too. If you did, please give me a like and subscribe if you are not already. You can also connect with me on social media. I will be popping the links in the description below. And you can also support me on Patreon if you feel so inclined. And with that, guys, you take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.